What is good, Knicks fans? Coming at you with another video. Today, I want to talk about a few bullet points and a few things I'm going to take away from the last two games that I believe will leak into the regular season. Okay, all right, clear cut. This is what I feel like is going to happen. So let's just jump right into it. I'm going to call them the big three. Because when you get down to it, when you think of the three best players on our team, who are they? It's Julius Randle, and Jalen Brunson, right? So, our big three. Last two games, my fault. Yeah, last two games. Right here, yeah.
The Whirlpool Smart Range automatically
Where's that
updates
coming
itself
from
with
right now?
features like
Boom, there you go. Last two games. Let me go to the Detroit game first. All of them efficient. All of them scored 16, 15, and 21 respectively. All of them 15 and above. And then again 15 and above. 15, 17, and 18. And the Pacer game was a non-efficient night. Each of them scored efficiently and scored in many different ways. Showed their whole arsenal mostly. And if they played a full game, they got 20 points. Same thing with this game, the Pacers game, but they weren't efficient. Every one of them was not efficient, but they found ways to be productive as hell. And their defense translated to their offense, where they relied on their defense, even though their offense wasn't shit. Randall started coming on in the third quarter, mostly right. Brunson was good throughout the whole night. Really, he just wasn't as efficient. Hit one more shot, two more shots. Definitely two more shots. He's shooting 50%. One more shot, he's shooting 45%. So I'm not faulting that. RJ, he missed two shots before exiting the game. He doesn't take any of those shots, or he makes one of those shots, and he's efficient, right? You consider that efficient, right? He was great from 3-point line. He showed us last two games he can be that spot up shooter off of these two, while also being a ball handler. So RJ fits in perfectly right now with these two. RJ's gonna have to be the only one being off the ball at first, letting them rock, and then go do his thing throughout the game. He's gonna have to do that, and he still scores more than them because he's stronger, he's faster, he's stronger and bigger than Jalen Brunson. He's faster than Julius, more efficient from the field than Julius, and it's just he's great. But they found ways to be productive, and if they would have played a full game, that's 20 points. I think each of the we can have three 20-point scorers on our team almost every night, and that's gonna be huge for us, especially if we play teams with stars like the Bucks, Golden State. These teams that score up that just scores and scores, that run up the scoreboard and everything, we can keep up with them because we have pure scorers on our team. I think that's going to translate to the regular season, because they're going to be highly relied on. So I think we're going to get three 20-point scorers. Another point I want to bring up, Jalen Brunson. Obviously, we all believe, even if it's preseason, fuck that. His game, his steadiness, his point of attack, his ability to control the game as a point guard, be efficient and all that. Even when he's not efficient, still attack and be productive as hell. His ability to do all that, it's gonna be steady, it's gonna be consistent, it's gonna be there every night for us. I believe that wholeheartedly. There's no reason why we shouldn't, until he goes on a crazy, terrible streak of just being trash and horrible. But I don't believe that will happen. He's too great, too much of a hard worker. My fault, that's my dog. Shut up. Too much of a hard worker to let that happen. I think he's gonna be killing every night for us. And in crunch time, he's gonna be the steady hand we need. We don't need to go to Julius. Sometimes we could go to the RJ, but I think Brunson needs to be that guy in crunch time. And my other point is defense, man, and it starts with Mitch, I believe, because my brother asked me today. I think it was today, yeah, or yesterday. I don't know. Asked me, who's the Knicks' best defender, and I automatically thought Grimes, and he's not even there. And I was like, is he? Oh, well, I was saying like, yeah, he can guard 1 through 3, and he can affect the game in such a great way and with his defense. And then I had a brain fart. I'm like, really? Mitchell Robinson, he showed last two games with steals from the perimeter. And obviously we know about his blocks at the 3 point line. Obviously and definitely we know that he deters shots all the time and get blocks. But even when he's not getting blocks, he's just affecting the game crazy. And yes, he's not the Gobert block master or whatever, if you want to call it, but he deters shots like him. And Gobert can't get on the perimeter and defend anybody on that 3 point line. So, but Mitch Robinson can't, and we're paying him to be mainly a defender. We're not paying him for his offense. We're not paying him for anything else besides defend, rebound, either offense or defense. Just defend and rebound. Yes, you can get those easy buckets. Yes, you get the alleys and everything. Yes, but we're not paying you for that. We're paying you for your defense, and if he can get even better on the perimeter in terms of defense, even better on defense in the perimeter, then that goes to show that he's going to be our best defender overall in general. And yes, maybe they may exploit his little like he can't shoot type of thing on in crunch time, but we could find ways around that. And he may not be in the crunch time when we need a shooter, we need to spread the floor, right? But even then, I think he finds ways to still be productive in general. And we have too much of a great offense right now. Well, let's see more of the offense, but we have 3 20-point scorers, and we have offense throughout that we can. Well, it's just that crunch time, even if it's close, even if we have the 20-point scorers and everything. Our big three, even if we have our big three, with them, it won't compute. We need that's why Hartenstein will be important if we need to spread the floor, especially in crunch time. Let's just see how everything goes. We need to see that, but in general, he's gonna be he's gonna be the X factor on defense in general. If he can just kill teams defensively and just let us run out, just help us get fast breaks constantly, then life is gonna be so easy for us. But especially if we have Fournier and Brunson in backcourt, he's gonna be really relied on. But we can bring it every night. We see our defensive intensity the last 2 games, and the year we went to the playoffs, it was not our offense we were impressed by, right? In those preseason games and the regular season up until we got Rose, it wasn't our offense. Randall was good offensively that year, but it wasn't our offense we were impressed by. Yes, we were impressed by Randall, but it was our defense that we were impressed by. We brought it every night, every single night. And we gave ourselves a chance to win every game with our defense, not our offense. And we can do that this year if we start from here. And we started from here so far. If we continue and it leaks over to the regular season, this is what I'm talking about. These are the things that I believe is going to leak over to the regular season. And another thing I want to bring up is our greatest asset on our team. It's not our defense right now. It's not our offense. Our big three. It's not that. It's not our greatest assets. It's not Brunson, RJ, Randall. What I'm saying, it's not them. It's not our defense or Mitchell Robinson or any of these guys. It's all of these guys. It's our depth. Our greatest asset is our depth right now. We are one of the deepest teams right now, definitely. And if we stay healthy, what other team? There's only a couple teams probably as deep, or maybe More deep, I don't know, but we got better talent wise. We have talent throughout the roster. We have like 13, 12, maybe 13 guys that can get rotational minutes in the NBA in general. Cam may not get that many minutes. McBride may not get that many minutes. Sims may not get that many minutes. But those three guys can be on an NBA roster and get minutes with any other team, right? But with this team, we got 10 deep, and then we got those three. It's like we got guys, we got depth, bro. We have everything we need. We're balanced. We need to just apply everything and bring everything together. Chemistry is going to be a key this season more than anything. If we get our chemistry, if we're on a string defensively and we're with the chemistry so good, we know we're gonna be where everybody's gonna be offensively. It's over. Like we're gonna be great this season. This is what I'm talking about. Greatest asset is going to be depth. Um, yeah, and another point, one of my last points I want to bring up. Last three seasons, I believe, 2 seasons, whatever. Last few seasons, what has been keeping us in games? Our bench. Our bench has been especially that season when we went to the playoffs. We had the best bench in the regular season in the NBA. What I'm saying, we had the best bench last year. Our bench was better than our starters, right? So when you look at, well, it's just 2 games, but I believe this will leak over to the regular season, and I believe this will be a thing. Our bench is still great, it's still good, really, really good. Wow, well, starters is looking just as good, or probably better than our just as good, maybe. I'm not gonna say better right now because let's just see, but just as good as our bench. Our starters are looking just as good as our bench. Our starters together looks really good. And I know people are gonna exploit NBA teams are gonna exploit our starters as much as our bench, but our starters. But even then, I still think we're gonna be able to find ways to, especially with our defense and our fast break opportunities, and we're gonna find ways to kill these teams because we have so many dimensions to our team. We will find ways to hurt a team, even when they shut us down in one way that we're comfortable with. We'll find another way to hurt these teams. It's like, wow, we have a starting unit and a bench that's gonna be on the same page now, And if maybe some nights our starters gonna be downtime better than our bench, other nights maybe our bench would be a little bit better than our starters. It was gonna happen, but overall, our starters and our bench is gonna be even for the most part. You're all gonna have is you're not having Kimba Alec Burke as your starting point guard. You're not gonna have uh, uh, Alfred Payton as your starting point guard. You're gonna have Jalen Brunson as your point of attack. And Fournier got better with this team, got more chemistry with this team, got more line. Maybe I don't know. We need to find out later on. I guess with more games, if he's better with this team defensively. But we know that he fits perfectly with this team offensively. That he doesn't need to do much offensively. All he needs to focus on defense and get your open shots. Oh my God, this team is like. I'm so hyped for this team. I'm really, 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 really hyped for this team, and I want to see more. I want to see them play every day, right? I'm not trying to overreact, but I can't help but overreact. I want to see them continue this throughout the preseason. And that first game against Grizzlies, we may lose. It's fine, because that Grizzlies team's been together forever, right? It's fine, or just been great for a little while. That's fine. But if we can just give it to them this first game and just like if we can just find ways to affect them, bring it down to the last second, and like, okay, we played a really good game, and we could take a lot of awesome things from this and continue later on and find out the mistakes and correct them. We will get better overall as a team, and we took a great team down to the wire on the first game of the NBA season. Later on in the season, if we get to play them again, I don't know if we get to play the again, Grizzlies again, but we will try to bring it to them. Overall, I think this team, especially when the first game of the season comes, if we see anything that happens this preseason, you're gonna be telling me, okay, Steven, you're right. You're right. We need because Tom Thibodeau take preseason seriously. He does, and he practices a lot of things that he's going to do in the regular season. And if those things look really good in the preseason, they're gonna translate to the regular season. I'm telling you, he's done this before. It's gonna happen. Um, my last point I want to bring up. Last 2 points. Obi deserved minutes. Yes, they said he was going to get a minutes increase. He deserves minutes. You need to find minutes for him no matter what. Get him 20 minutes a game. If he does good every night like that, or close to anything what he did last night, if he does anything close with 20 minutes, you have to just keep upping his minutes to the point where Randall and him are like even in minutes. Like they're gonna have to maybe at some point share the floor. I don't know. You don't like that, Tom Thibodeau, but maybe they can share the floor for like 2 minutes, and then Randall comes out, and then you put in whoever. What I'm saying is that you have to put Obi in for extended amount of minutes. You're gonna put quickly in for whatever minutes, and Obi got better, so their chemistry is automatically gonna make whatever team out there better. So it's like, bro, you need to do this, bro. You need to do this. Obi deserves minutes right now. I'm sorry, especially if his defense is gonna be good. If his jump shot is gonna be good. Those are the two elements. If his jump shot and his defense is good, there's no reason why he should not be out on the floor. Those are two elements, because his one-on-one game will come. He can't surprise some players. His one-on-one game will come, but we don't need him to be a one-on-one player in general. That's Randall's type of game. That's not Obi's game in general, but he can do it at times. That's all we need. But yeah, he deserves minutes. My last point, and then I'ma hop off, bro, is Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish. You had all the opportunity in the world. You had all the opportunity in the world. It is something that says right here. Reddish finding it difficult to adjust to the new group. I'm just trying to get to this. Yeah, I have to sign it. I have to log up and everything. And log in. Sign up and everything. So log up. I have to. Whatever. He's finding it hard to adjust to the new group because this new group really doesn't. It does need a guy like him. Maybe not him specifically, because he can't find a way to play off ball. He's a guy that needs the ball in his hand, and we have so many ball handlers on his team that he's just gonna be buried within it. Even if he gets minutes, like you want the ball in Jalen Brunson's hand, RJ's hand, Julie's hands right now, and that second unit you want the ball in Rose and Quickly's hands, right? And Grimes, if he's there, he played great off ball, but he can take it off the dribble also at this point. You don't play great off ball. That's the thing about it. If Reddish can find a way playing off ball, then yeah, you could find a way to adjust to this new group. It's not working. You got your chance to start. You got your chance the first game to play. You got injured right away, and then you couldn't continue. We can chalk this performance up to he just got back for just like a 1 day injury, whatever. But it still was an injury. You can't say an injury isn't an injury. It's an injury. What I'm saying is just that maybe you could chalk it up to that. But even then, it's just like you're finding it hard, right? So it's like we need your type of talent. It's just if you can find a way to be great off ball and then find the ways when you get the ball, find ways to keep attacking. Just put pressure on the rim. You don't have to just be great. Just put pressure on the rim and be good off ball and show your defense. That's all we need you to do in general, right? It's hard because I had such high hopes. I mean, this we have so much time left with him, and I'm pretty sure he may not end the season with the Knicks. He may get traded later on, but you're gonna have time to prove yourself, even to other NBA teams. Prove yourself that you can be an NBA player or a solid NBA player. But you just gotta take advantage. Look what Obi does whenever he's in the game. He takes advantage of every moment. He works so hard every fucking possession. Quickly works hard every possession. These guys, they're Quentin Grimes works hard. Miles McBride, Jericho Sims. You see these guys working hard every possession. They're out there and they don't get that much playing time. I mean, Quentin Grimes and not Quentin Grimes. Miles McBride and Jericho Sims don't get that much minutes at all. But you see when Miles McBride get minutes, he takes advantage of it. Obviously, Obi doesn't get that much minutes because Randall's always in there in regular season. But when he does, he takes advantage of his minutes, bro. You just need to work hard, bro. That's all. This team, Jalen Brunson said it perfectly when the first game after they won the first preseason game. They interviewed him. He said they asked him what do you feel about your team or what do you think about your team or something like that to that effect. What can you tell me about your team? He says they all work hard, extremely hard. They're just hard workers, and that's been the problem with Cam Reddish since he got in the league. Is like his drive isn't isn't how it is with everybody else. Guys like Obi, quickly that has to work hard on their game, work hard every second to be great. Well, you have a great game. You just don't work hard to be great. It's just it's very difficult because I think he has all the talent and potential in the world to be great. He just doesn't work. If he had the work ethic of a quickly with the talent and tools you have, my God, you will be great in the NBA at this point. You would have been great in the NBA, even with your injuries. You still would have been great in the NBA. Like I just don't know. Look at Zion. He's injured constantly, and yet they still want him. They want him wholeheartedly because he worked. He gives you 110% even in practice, workouts, and everything. Just like this dude Cam, everything's nonchalant with you. This it shouldn't be like that, bro. Well, those are my thoughts. I want to know your thoughts. Hit me down below. Check you later.